Hello guys, I'm Miss Chai. During the last video clip, I think you guys have learned about the differences between soap and detergent. This one. Soap and detergent, the differences. And now we enter a new subtopic which is saponification. Saponification is a process which is used to produce soap. Yeah, soap. If you want to produce soap or if you want to carry out saponification, what kind of reactants we need? There are two reactants we need. They are fat, any example of animal fat, or oil, any example of vegetable oil or plant oil, and react with any example of alkali. And here we use sodium hydroxide, or we can also use potassium hydroxide. And after the saponification reaction, the reaction will produce two products. One is glycerol molecule and another one which we want, which is soap, or also known as sodium salt of fatty acid. Why sodium salt? Because here we use sodium hydroxide as alkali. So the product or the soap we produce is known as sodium salt of fatty acid. So guys, if you feel I speak too fast, you may pause the video so that you can listen again and again. And next, this one is a small activity which you can carry out in lab. Yeah, in lab. And here, these are the apparatus and materials we need. Next, these are the procedures. From 1 to 9, I think you guys can read by your own. So, next. This is the soap which your senior produced during the last year. And you guys have this chance to make this soap. Next. These are the observations after you produce the soap. You feel it between your fingers, or you may shake with water, or you may test with red litmus paper. These are the observations. Next. So here got some question. You may answer with me. The first one, name the white solid that is formed. What is the answer? Yes, soap. Next one, what is the property? Usually property, the answer may write alkali, alkaline or acidic. And here the white solid, you see here, red litmus paper, after test with red litmus paper, change from red to blue. That means the property of this white solid is alkaline. ALKALINE. And the next one, name the reaction between palm oil. Palm oil is an example of plant oil. Yeah. And sodium hydroxide solution. The reaction is saponification. Next, what is meant by saponification? Saponification is hydrolysis. What is the meaning of hydrolysis? Hydrolysis is breaking down. Breaking down, you write hydrolysis lah. In your answer, you may write hydrolysis of ester or fat or oil under alkali condition. Why is alkali condition? Because sodium hydroxide is used. That means breakdown of fat under alkali condition to produce soap is the meaning of saponification. And next, what is the function of table salt? Here, table salt is, the chemical name is sodium chloride. So why must add sodium chloride? Yes, why must add sodium chloride or table salt? here you see, you look through this procedure. Procedure step 5. Here, 3 spatulas of sodium chloride powder into the mixture. Why? Because to reduce the solubility of soap in water or to precipitate out the soap. The next one, chemical equation in word. Chemical equation in word, how to write? So first, you mention an example of oil. Here we use palm oil and sodium hydroxide. Here we use sodium hydroxide as alkali. Palm oil react with sodium hydroxide. That means we produce, after the saponification, we produce sodium salt of fatty acid. Or you may write soap as your answer. And don't forget glycerol. This equation only consider completely if you write glycerol. So please bear in your mind. The next one, here, I think you guys, if you learn about the biology or from Form 1 until Form 3 science, I think you guys know what is hydrolysis of fat or oil by water. Yeah, fat, when hydrolyzed or break down by water, it will break down into glycerol, 1 glycerol molecule and 3 fatty acid molecules. And here, saponification, hydrolysis of fat or oil is by alkali. So here, from water, we change to alkali. And alkali will break down the fat into 1 glycerol molecule and 3 soap molecule. So the soap molecule is known as sodium salt of fatty acid. Next, saponification, like just now I mentioned, we may use sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide as alkali. If you use sodium hydroxide, the soap is known as sodium salt of fatty acid. If you use potassium hydroxide, the soap is known as potassium salt of fatty acid. Very easy, right guys? And next, we go to the formula for soap. Formula for soap, as I mentioned earlier, when you see COO, yeah, COO, COO, COO. This is the general formula for soap. If you use sodium hydroxide as alkali, that means COO-Na. If you use potassium hydroxide as alkali, that means COOK. Next, these are the example of fatty acid. Palmitic acid is from palm oil. So the soap name is sodium palmitate. And we may use coconut oil or animal fat. If animal fat, the name of fatty acid is stearic acid. If coconut oil, the name of fatty acid is lauric acid. So, step 1, other substance that can be used to replace palm oil. I think you guys have answer in your mind. You may write coconut oil, yes. You may also write olive oil. And here, name 3 additives. What can we add into the soap in the soap manufacturing industry? So we may add biological enzyme, or here antiseptic. Antiseptic can be used to kill bacteria. And so this one, you may, if you cannot see clearly, you can refer to your textbook. And now this script until here. Hope you guys enjoy learning by yourself.